this month we don't have a how-to or tutorial type cosplay segment for you. Instead, we're going to talk about smartphone and tablet apps that can help you better manage and create your costumes by using cool technology things. There's a bazillion different apps out there for your phone, and a lot of them are productivity based, checklists, note-taking, and you can use these type of apps to help you with your cosplay. And I'm gonna point out some of my favorites, and hopefully learn from you guys some of your favorites. So my number one app that I use for keeping track of my cosplays is Todoist. It's Todoist. And what this is, it's an app and it's also a website that you can use to create to-do lists. Which sounds really simple. I just really love the way this one works, is you can create different projects. So I have a different project for each of my costumes. Then I break down each step, and I break them down like really, really detailed. So I'm like, cut out this part, sew this part. Like, I cut out bodice, sew bodice, cut out skirt, sew skirt, cut out sleeves, sew sleeves, and I break it down because I do things in a lot of different steps. And I really like the feeling of checking off something once it's done. And if I break it down to little tiny steps, I feel like I'm accomplishing much more as I go along. So, and what you can do from there is you can schedule them by day. So even if you're working on 2 or 3 costumes at the same time, like sometimes I am because I'm insane, you can spread out all the items onto different days. So that way you can see how much time you actually need to delegate every day towards your costume. So if your convention is, a month out, you can figure out, okay, I need to do all these steps to get my costume done. Say you want it done a week before the convention. Yeah, right. So you can plan out, okay, end day is this, and then work backwards and plan out a few things every day to do, and then, check them off as you go along. If you find you're ahead of schedule or behind schedule, you can adjust things accordingly, and it's just either using the website or the app. It's just simple moving things around to tomorrow or next week with really just one-click methods to make this happen. And a friend told me about this app like a year ago, and it has really helped me prioritize what needs to be done, when it needs to be done. Like, it's when I'm watching TV, I can go through this list and say, okay, these next 3 days I need to get these 10 things done. What days can I get them done on? And like I said before, just checking stuff off a list makes you feel like you're getting a lot done. And you are when you're making costumes. You're getting a lot done. You can also put your shopping lists on here, so when you're out and about going to Joann's and Home Depot and Michael's and Walmart and Target and the dollar store, because we go to all these places for all these costumes, you can keep track of what you need to buy and you don't forget anything. So at midnight, when you need to go on to the next step and you forgot to buy a zipper, you're not screwed and pushing stuff back another day. So this is a fantastic app. I like to set up the lists through its website, just because it's easier to type out, and then use this as I'm working at my costume to move along and see what I need to do that night while I'm working on costumes. So Todoist, I would highly, highly recommend. Another one I really like is Google Drive or Google Docs or whatever the heck they're calling it now. So when I first started cosplaying, like way back when, I wanted to keep track of what costumes I had done, what costumes I want to do later on. And so I made a list, and I call it my cosplay database, and I put it in my Google Drive, and I've used it ever since. So it's made up of a few things, and it's a list of the costumes I'm going to do for each convention I'm going to this year, a list of costumes I want to do, and then my cosplay archive of what I've worn at previous conventions, so I can be like, oh, I've only worn this costume once, I should really wear it to another convention so I can get another wear out of it. And of course you can put all sorts of documents on your Google Drive. You can put spreadsheets with your budgets. You can do put your images in here for your references. And I mean, it's kind of limitless, but I really like using it for my database, which I probably should have in a spreadsheet, maybe not. But yeah, I just have it from start to finish, my whole cosplay career, I guess. It shows every costume I've ever worn in this nice handy Word document. And that way I have it on my phone and I have it on my computer whenever I need it. So Google Drive is definitely great to have. Also, Dropbox. I mean, I love Dropbox just so I can you know, if I need to save a file that I might need at work for some reason, like if I want to have something on hand to make sure it's always on me, I use Dropbox. And what's great about Dropbox is when you're looking at images, reference images for your costumes, you just save it to your Dropbox, and then you bring your phone with you to the fabric store or wherever you're going, and you can match the colors that you need. And it's right there in your hand when you're in the store, so you can compare the colors right there. And that's really great. But I think it's better than bringing like a printed picture, because sometimes printers can do whatever they want with the colors, and they can be unreliable, and at least I've found. And when you're using Dropbox, just make sure that it is set up to sync with your phone, because a couple of times I've put all the pictures in the folder and for some reason didn't sync, and then I got to the store and I'm like, oh crap, and like the Joann's in my town, when in the fabric section, the cell phone service was not that great, so like it was tough finding the images. You still have to use the internet for Dropbox, but I find it's not as much as like going in and searching and having to dig through like a ton of images. You just have the images that you have. You can also use, you know, the picture gallery on your phone so that you can have them offline as well. But I just find it easier that you put it in the folder and then it syncs, and you don't have to worry about connecting your phone and then having to sort it among your like actual pictures and things like that. So I really like Dropbox for that. Also great for shopping lists. Also great for putting a list of costumes that you've done before, costumes that you're planning on doing. I actually have my Dropbox set up into like all different folders of the types of costumes that I'm going to do, including one of, you know, the actual costumes I'm going to do for this year. In addition to these kind of everyday normal people apps, there's also a cosplay app that someone put together that's pretty cool. It's called Cosplayer, and I am putting in a costume for High Seas Gaslight Catwoman, which is from the game Infinite Crisis. It's from the Gaslight universe of the game and comic book series, but for the game it's a like pirate skin, and it's really cool. So I put in the name of the character and the series and the start date, which I put as today, but it's really going to be like next week after I get back from PortCon. Let's be honest, it'll be after 4th of July. And then the due date, I need it done by Friday, July 31st, which is Boston Comic Con, but I'm actually going to wear it that Sunday, I think, for the costume contest, fingers crossed. And it lets you put in a budget as well if you want, and I'm going to do like $150. So I'm going to do that as saved. Oh, that's right, I had it as in progress. That's why let me change the date for start date. We'll say it's in progress, whatever. So once you add the costume, it has you add the cosplay elements, the different tasks, the reference images, progress pictures, and events, which is really cool. And I'm guessing that once you mark a costume complete, you have even more options. I think you can put photo shoots with it and a lot of other really cool stuff like that. So I'm going to put in a cosplay element. So I think I need Warbler. Let's just say I need Warbler. 2x Warbler. So now I have Warbler in here, and I can put a cost with it, which is really cool because then that can help me keep me on budget. Let's see. I'm gonna make a task. So a task, you can set an alarm and notes, and this is pretty cool. So my task is, I don't know, sew jacket. You see the jacket for this costume, it's really cool. I'm not gonna set an alarm because that's kind of annoying. Oh, you have to set an alarm for a date. I don't need that. So I'm gonna save it. So now I have sew jacket on here. And reference images, I don't have it on my camera, but you can upload it right from your camera on here, which is cool, so you can save it and then upload it, which is nice. And then progress pictures, which I think are fantastic to have if you're going to go like judging, or you can put it on your ECP page or wherever you're hosting your images, or on Facebook. People really like reference in progress pictures, so you can see like all the behind the scenes stuff about how you actually came about making your costume. So this app is, I'm actually kind of looking forward to using this more, and there's a lot of cool stuff on here. You can put notes, that's nice. It's a nice little summary page. You can see the progress bar here, which that is pretty cool. Has how much time it took you to do it, how much you were under or over budget. So this is a really great app that takes basic project management steps and puts them towards a cosplay, because let's be honest, a cosplay is project management. Like, chances are you're the only one working on the project. So yeah, I would definitely check out this Cosplayer app and put it to use. So those are the apps that we recommend using for your cosplay preparation as you make your costumes and go through the process of making costumes, which, you know, has its ups and downs of, oh my god, I made something awesome, to, oh my god, I'm going to throw this thing in the fire. So let us know what your favorite apps are for cosplay purposes. It can be any sort of app, even if it's, I don't know, we can say like, oh, I like playing this game when I need a breather for my cosplay, when I want to tear it to shreds. So just let us know, Facebook, Twitter, voicemail, or email, or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can leave it as a comment, which would be awesome, and we'll, you know, share them maybe in a future feedback episode. And next con we're going to be at is PorCon, Maine, which is one of our favorites, so we just love to go and chill, hang out, and Patrick will be there, which is great because he still sucks for moving to California. And if you see us there, please say hello. We'll probably just be kind of hanging out. I know I have a panel, I believe it's Saturday at 12, where it's going to be live sewing demonstration, so I'm going to show you how to do a couple basic stuff like putting in zippers, probably to do a couple cool seams and stuff like that, and check out the cosplay contest and sell all our stuff in the garage sale, so hopefully we will see you there. You can always contact us with the stuff I mentioned before, like the voicemail line, email, Facebook, all that stuff, and I believe next time is our feedback episode. So if you want to send us a voicemail, now is the time, because then it'll be in our feedback episode, and we want someone other than Movie Phone Guy, who, oh hi, we'll see you next week at PorCon too. But yeah, send us your voicemails and comment, because we love to hear from you guys. So until next time, bye.